I'm pleased to welcome my two guests in the studio today, and that's Nami Haghighi. He's the founder of Malaga Business Minds and Your Business Buddy. And accompanying him is Les Meehan. He's the principal consultant and executive coach for Right Minds Solutions Limited. And both of these gentlemen are all about giving you the right tools and techniques to help your business to grow and to help people to grow. So very big welcome to the both of you.
Thank you, Karen. Nice to be here.
And you're a familiar face, Nami, and this is your first time with us, Les.
It is.
And we'll catch up just with some of the things that might be happening with Malaga Business Minds and Your Business Buddy in a minute, because I do know that later on next month you're going to be giving a talk for Malaga Business Minds.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, you concentrate on corporate executive coaching and things such as removing barriers to success, which we're going to talk about.
That's correct, yeah.
But I think that the viewers would like to know a little bit more about you. You've got a very varied career. I've heard like computer programming, photography. You were a teacher for martial arts as well. Mm-hmm. And you're also completely qualified as well as far as coaching's concerned, mm-hmm. For companies. And you've always been in a teaching role. You
Yes.
feel that's something you've got a passion for.
I think it's always been my life's mission to actually help people move on with their lives, and teaching has been the vehicle for that. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, it's coaching. In the past, it was teaching. But teaching and coaching overlap as far as I'm concerned, because you're always trying to just help somebody learn something new that's going to help them move forward in the way they want to move forward, mm-hmm. whether that's children in school or adults in business who mm-hmm. are trying to succeed.
Yeah, because also you specialise in helping people overcome fears and phobias and trauma,
yes.
Which I suppose could very easily be linked into what you do with the corporate companies as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Corporate people are human beings sometimes. Corporate people are human beings as the rest of us, and they have the same fears and problems that most people have. Mm-hmm. So it's just as easy for me to find a person in the corporate world with a phobia of flying, for example, as mm-hmm. it is for somebody on Malaga Airport who's going on holiday. Mm-hmm. You know, and I have the tools and techniques to help them overcome that. And in fact, actually, not just overcome it, but actually cure it.
Yes.
A favourite word of mine is let's cure that problem, mm-hmm. not just help you manage it. Uh-huh. And I think a lot of traditional psychology is about management of issues rather than let's get rid of it.
Yes, yeah, get rid of it once and for mm-hmm. all so it doesn't bother you again.
Absolutely.
And you waste time on it.
Yeah, exactly.
And as far as, are you able to say what type of techniques you use on air for, treating fears, for
Certainly.
example?
The techniques I use come from different areas. So I'm very interested in neuro-linguistic programming, mm-hmm. which is NLP, which is a technology for success and achievement. So NLP has lots and lots of very interesting techniques to allow somebody to reprogram their mind and create new networks in the brain to take them into a different direction, rather than the direction that the problem that they've got is taking them. Mm-hmm. So NLP is a very big toolkit of mine, but I also like to bring in other techniques such as energy psychology, and specifically emotional freedom techniques. Mm-hmm. Many people know that as EFT tapping or just tapping, and we're seeing a lot of people in the world starting to recognise, doctors, psychologists, psychiatrists, that this tapping actually works. And it's actually a form of acupuncture, but without the needles. Okay. So I don't need to start with a phobia of needles before I can work with somebody on the tapping. And it's very simple to do, but it's actually very powerful. But when you combine that with NLP, and especially with NLP, the language of NLP, you get a very powerful combination toolkit. Okay. And it changes lives.
Yeah, because you say you've changed people's fear of water, for example, as well.
Fear of water. Yeah. 2 clients who now have learnt to swim and swim with their children and grandchildren, which they've never been able to do before. I mean, can you imagine that? Yeah. How fantastic is that for Nana, let's go to the swimming pool. No problem, let's go. Yeah. In the past it was, well, I'll sit at the side and you go in, darling, Fantastic.
No, it is, that's great. Mm. And it'd be great, a great feeling as well to see these people all of a sudden getting rid of that
Absolutely.
thing that was always on their shoulder.
Absolutely. Part of NLP is understanding body language and seeing what people are saying to you in the body, not in the words. And to see the body change and the face change when a problem is removed, it's just incredible. Their whole
persona changes.
Physiology changes, absolutely. Persona changes, and the smile suddenly appears where it wasn't before. And it's an absolute passion of mine to see that. I love it. I mean, it's what keeps me going with this work, because there's so many people need that feeling, and I just love to help them get that feeling.
Help them move on.
Help them. Well, it automatically helps them move on, because you've taken away the thing that was in the way.
That was blocking them.
And to be quite honest, for me, most of it is about fear. And I've set my mission, my purpose in life is to help as many people as possible remove the fear that's in their life. Call it different things if you want, but essentially it comes down to fear. And it just stops us moving forward with our life and being happier, being more successful in business, whatever it is.
And for your talk next month, will you be concentrating on that sort of thing?
Well, for the Malaga Business Minds group, the talk title is Successful Business Communication. So we're going to be discussing skills of communication, how to use language more powerfully. That could be in a management role to help a team succeed, or it could be as an individual person going out to a new customer, how to get what they need from that customer in terms of orders or whatever. But also it's about the more fluent you are with your language and the more confident you are with your language, the less fear you have in meetings, public speaking, interviews. And so it's also about those underlying things about fear. But essentially we'll be discussing techniques and particular processes for actually using your language in a more powerful way. Okay.
Now, you help people sort of on Skype and in all sorts of different ways, don't you? Workshops face-to-face.
Yes.
So if people want to know more about you, they can, we've got the details anyway on the screen coming up, and they can find out through Malaga Business Minds as well.
Yes, absolutely. They can contact me through Nami at Malaga Business Minds. But I do Skype sessions, I do telephone sessions, because I work internationally. I don't always go away to work. I only go away whenever I have to work physically with a team somewhere. Most of my individual work is done by telephone, or more locally, face-to-face, obviously. But it's been researched by Dutch researchers that telephone coaching is almost as successful as face-to-face coaching. Very little difference. For me, the difference is there are certain techniques I use face-to-face that I can't use by telephone. And one of those involves drawing.
Ah, of course, yes, that's very true. Well, thank you, Les. That was really interesting. Thank you. And Nami, I know you've been on the programme several times, but it's to remind viewers, perhaps new viewers as well, sort of the aims of Malaga Business Minds.
Yeah, the Malaga Business was created really to have a community of business owners where they can actually meet, connect with each other, and also find tools, courses, materials that will help them become better business owners. So we do that by meeting on every month, where we have a networking event, and we start the evening by a 1-hour presentation around a subject which is of interest to business owners. And next month, Wednesday, 27th of May, is going to be Les talking about successful business communication. And afterwards, we'll just break up and connect with other people. And one of the things I do also, because I know we have over about 1,500 members now on Facebook alone, and then 300, 400 more on Meetup. And I meet with as many of these individual business owners as possible, and I know what they do, what they're looking for, and I'm in a position to actually connect these people. So very often people come to me and say, I'm looking for somebody to help me with this particular problem. If I can't help them, which I often do, I meet up with people for coffee. We did 100 coffees.
That was your aim, wasn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
We managed 99 coffees in 2014. And just to see how, what help they need. because also the material is out there. People can Google things, people can read books, etc., but it doesn't necessarily solve their particular problem. It's a very general, you can read books on marketing, but how do you apply that to your market, to your particular business? And that's where we come in as coaches and mentors to help them connect that solution to their specific problem and hold their hand through the process of change and building a strategy for them which will take them to the next level of their business. So that's been a passion of mine, and we've been going now for 2 years. Next month we'll be celebrating 2 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And we also have workshops, and also 6th of June is the next mastermind group that will be launching, which is a group of business owners working together for a 1-year period to build their businesses together.
We'll have you back in to talk about that in more detail.
Look forward to it.
Definitely. Thanks very much, both of you. Thank you.
Thank you.